Welcome to a day in the life of a 17-year-old runner on a Sunday. We had quite a busy day ahead, so the second I woke up, I went for my run. This morning I had 11k, which was 10k at a nice and steady pace, finishing off with some strides. I don't normally do strides at the end of a run, but the purpose of this is to keep the legs feeling nice and sharp and elastic for the next day. Something which I do after every run is some dynamic stretches. This releases any lactic acid and once again keeps the legs feeling nice and elastic. I then had a hot bath, which is some good heat therapy to remove any stiffness from the legs. You must remember that a few days ago I had braces fitted, so I'm still in the stage of eating like a 3-year-old. This morning I had egg, and believe it or not, that right there is blended sausage. And believe it or not, it actually tasted quite nice, so much in fact that Maisie the cat wanted some. I then also had some beetroot juice, which basically increases my oxygen efficiency. This morning we walked through the town centre to Portman Road for the East Anglian Derby. Anybody who watches football will know that particularly this year will be a fierce derby, because that man right there, well, basically he left Norwich and joined Ipswich. During the game I had a Huel for the first time ever, and well, it claims to be a meal inside of a bottle. Huel claims to have 35 grams of protein and a lot of vitamins. However, this thing tasted absolutely disgusting. The texture is really thick, and honestly I wouldn't recommend this to you guys. One thing to be happy about, however, is that Ipswich would go on to win 3-1. After the match we popped into Tesco's, where I restocked on my supply of beetroot juice. I also bought some Y food, which has the same purpose as Huel, but hopefully this one tastes better. When I got home I did my driving theory test app for a bit, and then I watched some Nick Bester on YouTube. In my opinion, Nick Bester is one of the best running YouTube channels out there. Believe it or not, but I had roast dinner, and it was a mixture of blended roast chicken, carrots, broccoli and mashed potato. And despite it looking like a pile of sick, it generally did taste quite nice. For dessert I had some crushed up rhubarb pie with custard. I also had some smashed up carrot cake as well as a strawberry yogurt. Believe it or not, but I still felt pretty peckish after this, so I microwaved up some leftover mashed potato, and I also had some gravy to have with the mashed potato. I then spent roughly just under 1 hour doing some English language homework. I feel coming into year 13, academically this is a very important year for me, and well, 1 hour a day I will need to increase that number if I want to get into uni. I then got some milk with some vanilla flavoured protein powder, and then I whizzed the two together, and I can tell you now this combination does actually taste quite nice. Unlike Huel. I then played Roblox with the boys for a bit, and then I finished the day off with doing some strength and conditioning, which was mobility exercises.